Hi, my name is Gina. I was born in New York City and now I live in Colombia.
Hi, my name is Ravi. I was born in India, but I have also lived in the UK, Colombia, and now, at present, I live in Canada.
Hi, my name is Jess Harris. I am from Seattle, Washington, but currently living in Colombia.
Hola, mi nombre es Guaira y en este video vamos a ver diferencias de vocabulario muy comunes entre inglés de diferentes regiones y diferentes países. Para eso tengo 3 invitados súper especiales y hoy les traigo una dinámica muy especial. Les voy a mostrar algunas imágenes con la definición y ustedes me van a decir cómo se dice en su país de origen. Vamos a ver qué encontramos de diferente. Al final pondremos a prueba la memoria de mis invitados a ver cuántas palabras de otros lugares recuerdan. Pero no voy a ser yo la que escoja. Así que, Ravi, empecemos contigo. ¿Qué número quieres que con cuál quieres que empecemos hoy?
Okay, let's go with number 3, please.
Number 3, let's go. So, the end piece of a loaf of bread. ¿Cómo lo dicen, Ravi? Empecemos contigo, ¿qué escogiste?
The end piece of a loaf of bread. We just call it like the end bit, like the end part, the end bit. I don't think there's any specific word for this, is it? I don't know.
There is.
There is? Okay.
There is.
What is it, Jess? ¿Cómo es?
Where I'm from, we would call it the heel. Like the back of your foot, like Achilles' heel. The heel of the bread.
Okay, el talón del pan, ok, genial.
Yeah.
Okay.
But how do you know? Like, because it's on both ends, right? It's not in like just in one end. So
Got 2 feet.
Heel.
G, ¿qué hay de ti? Igual, heel.
In my case, it's a different body part, the butt of the bread.
right, okay.
Okay.
So not the foot, but yeah.
So again, it has like 2 butts, almost like.
It would have two butts, yes.
Creo que tiene un poquito más de sentido los 2 talones, ¿no?
I like the heel.
Heel.
I think the end bit just makes more sense. The end bit. 2 ends, that's it.
The butt of the bread. It just rolls off the tongue.
Ok, 3 opciones diferentes ahí para escoger. Listo. Bueno, vámonos con la siguiente. ¿Quién quiere escoger? Jess, Gina?
12.
Choose. Oh, 12 is already chose.
Ok, 12. Let's do it. Oh, I love this one. Esta me encanta. Deep fried potatoes. Estas que ven en la imagen. Jess, ¿cómo las llamas tú en Washington?
Fries or French fries.
French fries, ok. Vamos a ver, Gina está diciendo que sí. Gina, de acuerdo también, French
I
fries.
agree. One of my favorite snacks, French fries, papas a la francesa.
Ok, papas a la francesa, claro, en español decimos lo mismo. Ravi, ¿qué hay de ti?
We don't call it French fries, no. We just call them chips. Chips, which I think it's weird because you guys in the US or North America, chips is something else.
The potato chips that you buy, the potato chips.
Yeah.
Bueno,
No,
Those are chips.
Those for us are crisps.
estas. Acá yo sabía que esto iba a despertar esta conversación, así que las traje.
These are crisps for us.
Those are chips.
For us, those are chips.
So it can be a problem when you go to a restaurant and give me some extra chips, and the waiter looks at you in a weird way, like.
Bueno,
The thing is, we don't really say anything for crisps. So I think if anyone were to ask for crisps, you'd get weird looks in the States.
Does it mean anything like crisps? Like, what do you get?
Crispy? They probably think you want like chicken, crispy chicken or something.
That's different. Sí.
ok, genial. Yo personalmente las conozco estas como chips, las otras como French fries y crisp. Siempre se me olvida. Sé que en Inglaterra es otro nombre, pero nunca me acuerdo.
It's chips, yeah. Chips, and they're also thicker. Like, so there is like a difference. So French fries are like the thin kind. The shoestring fries, let's call them. And then you have your fish and chips fries, or chips, right? Which is like the thicker kind.
And
Pero en
what do you
Estados
call-
Unidos tenemos una palabra para esos también. Esos steak fries.
Ah, yeah.
They're different. And we haven't talked about curly fries.
Oh, no.
Y eso no creo que tiene traducción.
Curly fries. Yeah.
You call them curly fries or curly chips?
No, weirdly, they're called curly fries. It's so strange. Yeah. I just remember, they're called curly fries. We don't call them curly chips. You know what I mean? Like, because it probably comes from like America. So like,
¿Y cuáles son las curly fries? Los chips, las papitas fritas que vienen así como con...
spirals, yeah. Like,
Okay.
those
Virales.
Ok, bueno, vayan anotando porque dependiendo a qué país vayan, ténganlo presente a ver qué piden en el restaurante, que no se equivoquen. Vámonos con una más. ¿Quién quiere, Ravi? Do you want to choose?
Yeah, let's go with number 7. Please.
Ok. Esta calle grandota que no tiene ninguna señal de tránsito, donde van a gran velocidad los vehículos. Uy, te estás riendo.
I'm laughing, me río porque hablamos de esto fuera de cámara. Sabíamos que iba a surgir en algún momento. For me, that's a highway.
Highway.
Yeah, in Canada, they call it highway as well, which is strange because we don't, like in the UK, we don't call it the highway. We call it the motorway, which is where like the motors run, the motors are driven. Because there's nothing high about highway, if you will.
Ooh,
I
let's
know-
talk about this. High speed.
High speed, yeah. You go on high speed.
Alta velocidad. High.
It's strange because when I was born, so in India, they're called highways. They're not called motorways. And thinking about like that, India used to be a colony, British colony. I think I don't know who brought that word over to India, but we call it highways in India, but motorways in the UK. Strange, right?
That is strange. We would call it, I would call it a freeway mainly or a highway. Both are fairly interchangeable. There might be some sort of difference, but I don't know it.
I believe a freeway has some type of intersection or a bridge.
Oh.
But highways is just...
No haría que sea menos free si tiene intersecciones.
Less.
Yo siempre
Is it
pensé
more
que
like express?
el highway para mí cuando estaba en Estados Unidos es porque son autopistas altas, ¿no? O sea, como que no van a la misma altura de las otras calles, sino generalmente van arriba. Para mí en mi cabeza...
No según China, porque China dice alta velocidad.
That's my theory. Es mi teoría, pero
Yo
hay que
tengo la
investigarlo.
Yeah, I think it's easier just to call it motorway. Just make it in English. Just make it like British option, motorway.
motorway. No sé, Jess, ¿tú qué dirías? ¿Te irías por motorway o te quedas con...?
I like both, honestly. Motorway makes sense because motors go on it, you motor. But also highway, freeway, it's fun to say. And as a good American, freeway, anything with free in freedom fries, freeway, anything with free, you got to go for it, right?
All right. Right, but para mí, motorway tiene un problema y es que en una calle también pues son los mismos vehículos, ¿no? Porque sería diferente.
Yeah, you're right. Sí, está correcto. Tiene razón. Pero, for example, on motorways, you cannot have bicycles.
Okay.
You're not allowed, right? You can have motorbikes, but they still have a motor. So
You can't?
you can have motorbikes. Yeah, definitely you can have motorbikes, but you cannot have bicycles or anything like those battery powered scooters or those thingies that you buy these days, which are like anybody can drive them, ride them. That's not allowed on a motorway. So yeah, that's pretty much.
So motorbikes, you mean motorcycles?
Motorcycles, yeah, motorcycles.
Okay. There's another difference there.
One of the words.
Una diferencia más, no la teníamos.
Ahí hay otra diferencia. Por un momento pensé que era una bicicleta motorizada, no una motocicleta.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed that. No, that doesn't come on a motorway. So,
Okay.
Ok. O sea, motorbike, motorcycle. Ahí tenemos la diferencia.
I think it's both.
Una más.
Okay.
Una más. Espectacular. Bueno, escojamos otra. Vámonos con otra. ¿Cuál quieren?
Gina, go for it.
Let's go with lucky number 11.
Oh. Ooh, candy. Sweet candy on a stick. How do you call this?
That's a lollipop.
Yeah.
We'd call it sucker.
No, that's lollipop for me. Like it's lollipop. Yeah, definitely. Anything hard candy on a stick is a lollipop you can suck on. Yeah, definitely. So I can see where the sucker part comes.
Okay. Yes. En Washington, si piden un lollipop, no se usa, no se entiende o si...
Yeah, lollipop is understood, of course. Se entiende.
Normal sucker.
Sucker, yeah. Sucker is pretty understandable. Lollipop would also be understood. I understand there's also a big difference between candy. Like the word candy, right?
Yeah.
Candy in the UK, you don't use the term candy very often.
Sweets, yeah, sweets. Yeah, something like that. We don't say candy. No, I don't think candy. Like candy shop, for example, right? Sweet shop is what you would find on a typical high street. We're going to the sweet shop to buy some sweets.
You said something. What's a high street, Rabbi?
High street. So that's where like in any city or town, you have this commercial street where all the businesses are located. Like post office, you have your bank, you have your council building, which is like municipality.
Okay, como una calle con mucho comercio.
Principal. Sí, calle
We
principal.
call it the main street.
The main street.
Street.
In the States and in Canada as well. It's made. I actually live on Main Street. Like my address is Main Street in my city.
But you would call it a high street.
Well, essentially, it's called a high street in the UK where these businesses are located, and then you'll find a sweet shop over there.
But not a highway.
I know where you're going with that.
I was waiting for it. Estaba esperando el comentario.
Sí, yo también. Acá se empieza uno a confundir. Es como las vamos a llamar solo street y listo. Ya, ahí quedamos. Bueno, otra diferencia. Sweet candy. Muy importante. Listo. Estamos teniendo una conversación de una palabra y ustedes salen con 3 más que son diferentes. Me encanta porque de eso se tratan los idiomas. Precisamente cada región tiene sus palabras diferentes y eso es lo que estamos viendo hoy. Genial. Vámonos por una última. Y Jess, escógela tú.
¿Hemos tenido 5?
Creo que, miremos a ver si ya hicimos 5. No. Tiny colorful cake decorations. Me encanta verlos, la verdad no me encanta comerlos. ¿Cómo los llaman?
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles, no? I thought there were sprinkles. What? Make me think about this. Is it something else?
Would you not call it something weird like confectionery or something?
You don't have to do that.
Hello, confectionery.
It's not like Willy Wonka, no?
Yes.
That's what I would expect. Sorry.
Confectionery is just like a general umbrella term for like sweets, right?
Yeah.
Sweet stuff.
Expecting some very intelligent.
I don't like
Elegant.
like sprinkles.
Be elegant.
Sprinkles is something. I think so we at least have some overlap. Let's say, in British and American English.
Ok, un overlap. Ahí les queda tarea a ver qué otra palabra se usa para sprinkles. Ahí les dejo la tarea y ahorita les cuento yo qué encontré. Bueno, voy a testear la memoria de mis invitados. Quiero que me digan qué palabra, 2 palabras que se acuerdan que son diferentes a las que ustedes usan normalmente. De las que usamos ahora.
Highway, motorway.
Ok, bien.
Motorbike, motorcycle.
Listo, no estaban mis imágenes, pero cuenta porque es relevante. Listo.
Some crisps.
Ok, Chris. I was gonna say
that one. We did motorway and highway, right? We did that.
Yeah.
Sí,
I think we spoke about high street and main street. That's something that came from the list, but it came up in our conversation. And I think sweet, like lollipop, right? Lollipop.
Y como...
Sucker.
Muy bien. Ok.
Which I was thinking, like, so what do you do? Like, you walk into a store and they say, hey, can I have a sucker?
Yeah, I want to buy a sucker.
Strange. That's strange.
It's just so weird.
Sí, bastante extraño.
Very innocent.
Ok, bastante extraño. Jess, ¿una más que te acuerdes de las que no se ha mencionado?
That hasn't been mentioned already. We mentioned motorway. We mentioned
Sí.
crisps.
Sí.
Heel and butt and end bit.
Perfect.
Bread.
Perfect. Relacionados con el pan. Excelente. Bueno, muchas gracias a los tres por aceptar esta invitación. Sé que acá nos podemos quedar todo el día con muchas más palabras. Así que invitación a ti que nos estás viendo. Escribe qué otras palabras sabes que se dicen distinto en diferentes regiones o diferentes países de habla inglesa. Cuéntanos y nos vemos en la próxima.